And I was like, ew, this is so gross.
Did the thought of you having an orgasm occur to you?
Moment of silence for real. If I'm in a relationship, other men don't exist only.
You can literally put anything in the first line, and if you stayed because the sex was good, relatable as hell. Hello, I am Naina Bhan.
I'm Sakshi Shivdasani.
And welcome to another episode of Moment of Silence. You better be subscribed, you better follow, you know the drill. It's still 6 episodes in, we're still asking get us to 50K.
It's actually fucking embarrassing. Like, you know, my mom, I go to her house sometimes and she's like, how's that small business of yours? Because it's small because after 50K is when you're mid-size. Yeah. So right now we're like literally, and it's not like we're like losers individually, but maybe together we form a big mega loser.
Sure.
Y'all are putting this, like, I'm gonna bully Naina if we don't get to 50K.
And what was happening before? Why we
Because we've not gotten to 50K. Just watch me once this is a thriving business.
Last night, my mom randomly called me up and she's like, I don't want you to go paragliding. I was like,
Shut the fuck up.
11:42 at night, she has said, 2 different people have died from paragliding and you are the kind of person. I was like, I have never in my life said that I wanted to go paragliding.
In Goa.
She gave me a 20-minute lecture about this fantasy she had where I was going paragliding and going to die.
You know what? That is actually so insulting that you look like someone that would go to Goa for paragliding. Derogatory. Like, literally, it's like she's insulted you.
And then we also found out that Sakshi's mom listens to the pod.
Which I didn't know. And so yesterday we also did like this dancing YouTube live thing. And I was calling my mom in the night, which is, Mama, if you're watching, Naina's mom calls her. No, but I was calling my mom at night. And she was like, I watched the YouTube live. So maybe I need to be slightly more hinged.
Yeah, a little bit.
Rather than unhinged.
For context, we went live on Sakshi's YouTube last night and we did a
Bollywood dance workout. #Dhruvi Shah dance.
It was really good. The last 5 minutes were on mute and
Yeah.
we just danced to Badri Ki Dulhania.
Yeah.
And the entire community was going, you are on mute.
Moment of silence for real is
You
what
guys
they
are
were
jokers.
saying. Yeah.
Really
very
appreciate
funny
it.
audience.
I want to ask you one question. If your mom hated me, but you had to make a case for it, what would you tell her are my best qualities?
Oh.
So that we could be friends.
She's really hardworking. She's really successful.
Okay, I want you to like role play it. Sakshi, you're not allowed to meet this Naina girl ever again.
I'm 28 years old almost. Watch yourself.
No, she's the worst. I heard she's a peddler.
She's a peddler.
I don't know what she's up.
Naina's too much of a loser to do drugs, first of all. And she's too busy to be doing peddling. She has like 4 jobs without that. And she's actually really funny. She gets my sense of humor, and nobody gets my sense of humor. So I have to
Fine.
cling on to the people that get my sense of humor.
I like it. Approved.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's all. That's what I brought to this table.
Amazing.
You're welcome.
You know what? I'm not an actor. Why did you make me do that? This role play
Just for fun.
I only overshare about my life. And, you know, we shot a New Year's Eve episode, but I forgot the most spicy thing I heard about New Year's in that episode. And I've been trying to tell Naina this story for like 6 days, but every time I'm like, I have to say it on camera, so I'm going to get it out before I fucking forget. Okay. So 3 friends of mine, they were staying together at one of their houses on New Year's Eve. And they'd gone to the same party. When they came back, they got in the lift and everything in the lift was really wet. Okay. So they were like, maybe someone like vomited alcohol in the lift, whatever. But even the walls were wet, the floor was wet. And they got out on the floor that they were living on. And it was wet outside there also. Now, the guy whose apartment it was, his brother was also staying there. So they were like, Pakka, his brother has vomited or something in the lift. And they were like, fucking mess of a guy. Like, it's fine. They went to sleep. In the morning, they woke up and they asked the brother, why was the lift so fucking wet? And he says, dude, this is gross. I got back home around 2 and I really needed to pee. But I left the house keys at my friend's house and they were fasting it to me. But it's New Year's Eve and I really didn't know where to pee. So I thought I'll pee in the lift vent, but I was drunk. So I went on the fifth floor and peed on top of the lift instead of sending the lift up and peeing into the vent, which would be and the fan of the lift was on. So he peed into the fan, and the fan has whirled the piss around and basically made like one of like an AC or a cooler for piss. Isn't that the most disgusting, unhinged story?
I don't know what to say.
Wasn't it worth the 6 days of build up?
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, me neither. And I was like, ew, this is so gross. But, we've done stupid things when we're drunk, all of us. Yeah.
Not this stupid.
I mean, what's the stupidest thing you've done when you're drunk? Must be nice.
I think just like thrown up on my feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty stupid.
What's the stupidest thing you've done when
I
you were drunk?
decided to walk from Bandra to Powai, which was also on a New Year's Eve party, because I was like, fuck this, I'm going to my friend's house. So I started walking in my heels and my mini dress and my, like, whatever. I started walking from Bandra to Powai, but I didn't even get past, like, the building gate. I just got a rickshaw from there and went because I was like, this is exhausting. It's tiring as fuck. But like, yeah, I thought I could do it.
You know, when you're like really inebriated and you just can't walk, so you start crawling on the floor.
No.
Never had that experience.
No.
Me neither.
So you see it in movies
Yeah.
sometimes, but it doesn't really.
There's a lot of things you see in movies. Like, for
Like?
example, the really intense, like, sex scenes where, they run into the house and they're ripping their clothes off from the
Yeah.
door till the bedroom. And I'm like, does that happen? Has that ever happened?
I actually have a little beef with how sex happens in real life.
Oh, okay, let's go.
Okay, so in movies, no, it never happens where like you're like making out while someone's opening the like lock and whatever. It's never happening. First of all, I live in India. I'm not making out in a rickshaw or a Uber, which is where I am typically going home from. Secondly, the logistics are just not hitting. But I do think if you're on a date night, there is a statute of limitations as to when the sex will happen, and it has to happen as soon as you're in the house. Like, I've gotten ready for this date. So when I've come back home, if I've removed my dress, if I've removed my makeup and my lenses, that is not the time to have sex.
Because then you want to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a 5-minute window before I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go brush my teeth. Okay, right after that, then if you're like, okay, cool, brush your teeth, but nothing else vibe, then I'll be like, okay, cool, sex is happening. Otherwise, once I'm in my pajamas and someone would like tries to initiate sex, I'm like, are you fucking stupid?
Yeah.
I got ready. Now I'm not ready anymore. Why do you want to fuck me when I'm looking like taking off your glasses to have sex? Have you ever had to do that?
I don't have glasses.
Yeah, that's what people with 20/20 vision will never understand. But I don't want to fucking like. My number is 7.5 minus 7.5. I'm blind without my lenses. So once the lenses are off, I'm
Blind.
yeah, I'm done, bro. I'm like, and I'm not taking them off and like,
Feeling around for pleasure.
thank you. Yes. Yeah, basically.
I'm at that stage where if you're returning home and there's a mood happening, if there's a traffic jam, it's over. Like, I have fallen asleep. If the Spotify playlist skips to the wrong song, it's over. You know, it's just so sensitive.
I love that.
And also, I was thinking that, okay, the first time you ever had sex, did the thought of you having an orgasm occur to you? Like, was that even a goal?
No.
And I was like, that's so strange that, you know, like when couples hook up for the first time, like,
It's a write-off for the girl.
yeah, like, shouldn't there be like a checklist, or let's discuss what we want to have from this experience, like what would be good for you and what would be good for me. And it has nothing to do with you being experienced or not experienced. And if it's the first time you're having sex, it's totally okay. But why not just do a debrief on, okay, this is what I am hoping from this, and this is what you're hoping, and this is what we can hope together.
But are you hoping for an orgasm every time you have sex?
Yeah.
Like, or are you enjoying the moment?
Which is it? Hoping for an orgasm or
Or
enjoying the
enjoying,
moment?
like, because
orgasms, everyone knows, require you to
focus. Yeah.
Like, it's
But
like Shaolin strategy.
yeah.
Like,
But apparently, like, all the sexperts on Instagram,
apparently, all the experts on
they
Instagram.
say that, like, don't focus on an orgasm. The orgasm will just come.
That's
But the
such fake
orgasm has
news.
never come.
That's
like,
a
you know-
scam.
Yeah.
You have to
But-
focus on something.
But then I get damn like frustrated because I'm like, fuck this. Like, but also men are doing something wrong. Like, if you tell them don't change a thing, they change a thing. And then it's like, I have to start from the beginning. This is not like, it's like a reel, you know? You have to watch the whole thing and then it resets. Like, you can't just pick it up where you left it.
It reminds you of this thing where, you know, like when somebody's taking a photo of you, there are those photographers who like to catch you in the moment. They're like, just do that
Yeah.
thing that you just did right there. And you're like, wait, what was I doing? And they totally flip out.
They're like,
Yeah.
this? And it's like, I feel like it's just, but also I read this thing where like if you use vibrators too much, sex is ruined for you.
No, it's not.
Like,
It's extended.
no, I get it, but like then you have to include the vibrator in your relationship.
Nothing makes me more nurturing than, you know, I feel bad sometimes when like someone doesn't, they're like, okay, is this the place? And you're like, no, little left. They're like, is
Haan,
this it?
thoda
He's
right.
like, no. I'm like, little right. And then after the fourth time, he's like, you know.
Yeah. It's like,
Then I'm like, yeah, that's the one. But it's not.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
apparently
the
a
right
lot of
place.
women will like be like, yeah, I came not because they want to spare the feelings of the guy, but they're like self-conscious about how much time it's taking them. But
So to this, I have to say, because I've been reading the same book and I've told Sakshi like multiple times, okay, there's this book called Untrue, which is about female desire, okay? And the whole idea is that because of the way the patriarchy has been, our idea of female desire is very, very like misconstrued because we think women are super passive, we think that they are super monogamous, but actually female desire is raging,
Fluid.
it's super fluid, and it is very much based on novelty, which means that if you have the same sexual experience too many times with the same partner, you will get bored. And lots of women in long-term relationships get bored and they can't put their finger on it, and then they try to figure out bigger reasons, but there is no bigger reasons, it's just novelty. That's it.
But honestly, I get that argument. But also I feel like women in long-term relationships get bored because the man stops trying.
Both people stop trying. I'm saying like if you're in a domestic space and you're living together, like the window of you finding your partner attractive becomes slimmer and slimmer and slimmer because you are seeing them through stress. You're seeing them through, oh, he forgot to order XYZ on Blinkit. You're seeing them through all these things that you can't separate them from. And no, he's no longer that spontaneous guy who just took you on like drives and pulled you into a, you know, like a quiet
it's like
corner.
the fourth time he pulls you into a quiet corner. You're like, तेको पता नहीं है मैंने ड्रेस का कितना पैसा दिया अब ये stretch हो गया ना.
Exactly.
Like it's like But I've like my patience is low with guys even if I'm meeting them for the first time.
That's great. That's
Like
a
I'm like,
very
I just
healthy
made my
development.
hair. Don't touch it.
Dude, so in this book, the other thing that they were talking about, so they were saying, like, of course, about fluidity, right? So they're saying that actually women, heterosexual women, can have sexually fluid experiences and still be completely straight in or like basically end up with men. So there are these like sex parties that this woman organizes in America where a bunch of straight women, it's like an exclusive club where they come. There are different workshops on like bondage, BDSM, etc. And at the end of the night, the entire thing turns into an orgy. And most of the women there are married hetero women who come to understand their desire. And they're like, actually, once we have sex with women here, we can go back into our relationships and advocate for what we want better because they feel judged in their personal hetero relationships to ask for what they want.
To that, I have to say, denial is a river in Egypt. The straight woman is probably gay.
Fair, fair. After, I mean, there have been too many instances now where, like, different people I know have just after ages come out and said, okay, I've fallen in love with a woman.
Yeah.
And the entire time they had been dating man after man after man. And now at some point in their lives, they've just like totally switched. Like even the author of Eat, Pray, Love, she had a divorce and or her husband passed away, I don't know which one. And now she's in a full, hectic, like long-term, gay relationship. I'm like, am I missing something?
No, I think it's like, so with bi women, usually what happens is they're already struggling with their sexuality so much, and they're like, okay, I am also attracted to men. That is the social norm. So maybe I'll just call myself straight. But then at some point, you're like, I am attracted to both genders, and I'm not, like, I've never explored what it's like to be with a woman. But I want to because I have the desire. And hopefully, like, relationships are a safe space where you can, like, communicate that desire. But I will say that if I was in a, like, relationship with someone and they said they want to, like, explore their desire, I would be like, really fuck off. Like, this is the end of my relationship with you, but you enjoy.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like anytime you have a conversation about like exploring or experimenting, okay, even if it's like bringing somebody else into the relationship or whatever, it's always like, yeah, but it should only be a girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, hello, what is the double standard here?
No, but also it is cheating if I kiss a girl.
Yeah.
Like, in straight relationships
Yeah.
also. Even if I'm, like, not bi.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it matters who you cheat with if it's cheating. But I feel like I'm personally very monogamous because of how, like, jealous I would get. Like, I've never been cheated on, touch wood, because I don't know what kind of fucking monster I will be if I get cheated on. Like, I pray I never get cheated on because no one needs to see what I'm capable of. Like, I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be a janwar if anything ever. Like, you know, if there's even another woman where someone's like, oh, she's cute, I'll be like, yeah. But then when I go home, I'll be like,
So tell me something. If you and your boyfriend are going somewhere and you see like an attractive woman or an attractive man, do you discuss? I think that person's really attractive, or is it not a thing?
no, I like personally for me, if I'm in a relationship, other men don't exist only. Like, even if someone like DMs me like, haha, cute pic on Instagram, I'm like, not responding. Even if it's like sushi's photo.
Thanks, brother.
राखी भी मिलते हैं. Like, but I mean, I don't know, I feel guilty for even like liking someone's photo. No one puts that pressure on me, nothing. I'm just like, because I would feel bad if someone else did it. But I wouldn't, like, I really wouldn't feel bad. But I'm like, what if I would feel bad?
I think Sakshi is like one of those people who is so good at advocating and just being like honest about what they want. It's like on the table in front of you that there's no option to even say, hey, should I not talk about this or should I talk about it? Because you're like, listen, I want this. Do you want it? If you don't want it, fuck off. Like,
Yeah, but that's me in, like, right now. Like if I care about someone, I find it very hard to be honest about my needs. Like, but I also have this thing where I ask for so little that if I don't get what I've asked for, I have a full mental breakdown.
I think that's most women. I build it up so hard and it builds over time. Resentment is my biggest enemy.
Yeah.
I am so resentful.
But also my best friend, because it's like here.
Yeah.
Like at all, like I'm so, you know what? I feel like most situations would have been avoided if I just said it in the first instant. I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I can't. Like, my worst fear is being a nag. Like, I don't want to say.
But my best trait is being a nag.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
What is like a 10 on 10 deal breaker for you?
Okay, wait. I'm going to read you some. Do your thing.
Yeah. So I've asked like a question on my Instagram. Things my ex did and I still stayed by our followers. He called me a slut and told me he'll spit on my face. Apologized later.
Was this in the bedroom?
Honestly, that changes the
That
entire
changes
context.
I feel like that's like Justin Baldoni.
Be like, why
Blake
did you
Lively.
apologize? I really liked it.
Yeah.
I don't think this is in the bedroom though. Had a verified Bumble account and convinced me it's not him.
Oh, that's happened to me.
But you know what? I was talking to a girl and she has this guy in her life who she dated when she was 15, 16. He is married now. Okay? But every time she's in town, he like meets her, whatever, always invites his wife along. But he'll do things for her like he knows her so well that like before she reaches the restaurant, her drink is ordered. And then like he knows that she likes to tie her hair, but she forgets to carry a scrunchie. So he'll carry an extra one for her.
And then he ties her hair.
No, he doesn't tie her hair. But like at that point, why don't you just fuck her? If I was the wife, I would be like,
Yeah.
excuse me?
I don't think the wife knows. Does she know?
This girl knows that he finds his crush pretty. First of all, why do you have a crush when you're in a relationship?
You can have a crush when you're in a relationship. You can. Fight on this.
I don't. Natasha's vigorously shaking her head. What do you mean a crush? Like
I don't
someone
mean-
you find hot? Or like, oh my god, I love this person.
Dude, every person that I know who is in a long-term relationship, and it is like, they're like, at some point, you might find like you have a small crush on someone and it passes. And that's totally normal.
Interesting.
Yeah, because if you've been together for 20, 30 years, you're saying, or 10 years, 15 years, you're saying you'll never once in your life look in a different direction for 2 seconds. I'm not saying
For 2
anybody's
seconds
acting
is
on
fine.
it. I'm not saying anyone's acting on it, but it's human nature.
But I don't think you should tell your partner.
No, you don't need to tell your partner. Relax.
And
Everyone
also,
calm down.
like having a crush on someone is like okay in the first 2 years, bro. After 20 years, when this person has seen the best sides of me and how amazing I am, how can they have a crush on someone else?
Okay.
How rude.
That's fine.
I'm upset. I don't even have a boyfriend. I'm upset.
Like, how can my future boyfriend do this to me?
Oh.
Well, I have to ask you, what do you think of when people ask for a free pass, but it's like, if I ever meet the celebrity, he or she is my free pass?
I find that so funny because this is so stupid. We are like parallelly related with Bollywood, right?
Yeah.
Like the thing is, if someone says a Bollywood actress's name, I'm 1 degree of separation away from them. So if I date someone and they're like, bro, I find this class actor Naina so hot, I'm like, that's my friend. That cannot be your free pass, Like, so I don't think that, like, I'm not okay with that.
Okay.
You?
No.
No.
No,
Yeah.
it's not okay.
Because-
Have a crush, but you don't need any free passes.
And honestly, I didn't realize how accessible actors were to date
Yeah.
up until recently. So now I'm like, everyone is accessible. So kya matlab free pass? Like, they'll fuck you. Bro, your celebrity crush will easily fuck you.
Also, I don't think celebrities have riz, because life comes to them very easy in terms of attention.
Yeah.
They never have to make the first move.
And I think they're like bad in bed.
Yeah,
The
like
famouser you are, the worse you are in
Like,
bed
okay.
is my hot take.
this is my good side.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm only gonna do one take and it's over.
तो इस सीन का brief क्या है? I just really want to follow growth of
They bring the intimacy coordination cushion. They're like, please. Yeah. No, I think celebrities like are probably they've never had to try very hard to get women or men. So I just don't think they're trying in bed.
Yeah, and you can also forget. Maybe you started really humble and you did try, but after being a celebrity
For 20 years,
Yeah.
are you trying anymore? I know I wouldn't. I still
I
don't.
still don't.
Ask me to be on top for more than 30 seconds, then you'll see my acting debut. Wait. He called me fat.
Okay, that's bad.
I feel like I'm more likely to get over them having a. I feel like everything's a deal breaker for me. No wonder I'm so single right
The
now.
thing is, my dad's like loving way of calling me would be Moti. You know?
Honestly,
So now,
same.
with
Yeah.
my daddy issues, someone's called me fat. I'm like, okay.
It's Moti. Told me that he has a marriage pact with someone. Did you have those with anyone?
No, I didn't.
I
did.
It's called a divorce.
I don't. Not anymore.
I have one of those with my friend. Now he's married, and like I don't think we were ever gonna act on it because the pact was for 30. But then as soon as we hit 20, we were like 30 is too close.
Hot take. But I
up?
think that the guy that women have a marriage pact with is actually the guy who on paper is the right person to marry. Like,
No, this friend of mine is not.
no. Like, I feel like they're the ones who are like financially secure. They're the ones who are like homemakers, attention to the family, la 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 la. But they're just not spicy. Like, they don't give you that
They're
bad boy
damads.
energy. Yeah, they're damads. So you're like, let me get the spice out and then I'll go to the damad. But by that time, the damad has already found.
That's essentially
Someone.
settling.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were discussing this, right? Like, if you've been. Okay, I'm curious to hear the audience's take on this as well as the 7-8 people in the room.
They're like,
If-
shit, we have to listen now. Okay.
So, if you're best friends with someone for 10 years and then you end up marrying them, are you settling? I think you said one thing and I said the other.
I don't think you're settling.
I think you're not settling either.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Someone said that it's settling because why didn't y'all just say hi in the first 1 year and start dating?
Because 10 years ago, you could have been totally different people.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, and I'm just arguing for the sake of it, but the other end of it is what kept you waiting 10 years? It's clear that you couldn't find someone else, so you settled with your best friend.
No, nothing like that. Maybe 10 years ago, your priority wasn't to find someone. Maybe it was to like do your career. Maybe it was like med school.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor in this house.
Everyone has hopes and dreams.
Yeah. I don't think it's settling.
Yeah, even I don't think it's settling.
I think it's actually quite beautiful to end up with somebody that you have that familiarity
But wouldn't that also mean that guys and girls can essentially never be best friends because they ended up together?
I think guys and girls can be best friends.
No, first of all, when we were discussing this off camera, Naina said it's settling 4 times, but whatever. Let's forget about that.
Oh.
But I'm saying,
You're such a bitch, dude.
but you did say it, and it's in the West Side episode with Adi and Jay. So whenever
Is
that
it? I
comes
said
out, you
this.
watch. Yeah. I was the only one arguing, but okay, sure. That's fine. People change their opinions, especially when someone as smart as me debates them. That's okay, sure. But also,
Don't make me piss myself with that.
dude,
Yeah.
then we're even.
Yeah, tell me.
No, I also think guys and girls can be best friends, but I would be a little wary if my boyfriend, every time he was having a bad day, he was like, "Where's my girl bestie?" Or like
Yeah.
they slept in the same bed together, or like, something like that.
No, I think people who are chivalrous in their friendship are allowed to end up together if they want to. Like, but people who've been like super messy, like मेरे को इससे प्यार ये
Yeah.
वो, like weird, where each partner you've been with is like, but that person really makes me uncomfortable. This friend of yours makes me uncomfortable. That's weird.
Yeah. I feel like the only boundary is like, first of all, you'll never share a bed. Like, no matter how close someone is, how much, unless that's your sister, you're not sharing a bed with this person. But other than that, like, uh, even though I said I'm like very like, why is this person there, whatever, a friend I've never had a problem with because I've never done anything messy with my friends. So I extend the same courtesy to my partners.
Okay.
But in general, if like it's a messy group that just likes drama, then I'm like,
Dude,
y'all
okay.
don't deserve friends.
There are so many messy groups where they're like, oh, we've been friends for so long. It's like the group operates like a cult. Everyone has switched
Fucked
dating each
everyone,
other.
yeah.
And they just do really weird things that everyone in the group enables because outside the group, they're really struggling.
Yeah.
And I don't like those groups.
They've had the same friend since they were 15, but then someone who was dating someone when they were 15 is dating
Yeah. And if somebody outside the group joins the group, they're so aggressive to that
hostile.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate
Especially if like a guy from the group is dating a girl from another group, then to fuck girl best friend, bro, that girl will have a problem with the whole friend circle, and that guy is so codependent with that friend circle. I'm thinking about a very specific friend circle. He video called a girl who had a crush on him and said that he felt more open talking to her than he was to me.
I've had this experience.
Shut the fuck up. What? And you stayed?
For a bit.
Crazy.
Yeah, but at that point in time, like I was so deep in the pits of gaslighting that I was like true, like cold hard fact in front of me made no sense.
Bro, I feel like a third person. I don't know. I'm really coming across quite unhinged. But anything involving a third person is much worse than anything that happens between two people. Like you sit at home, you break the glasses in the house. I don't give a fuck. But one more person.
Please don't
Toba,
listen to
toba.
this. What the fuck are you saying?
I'm not saying actually break glasses in the house. I'm giving you an example of my priorities. Obviously, if someone breaks glasses, I'm not going to stay. But like, you know what I'm saying, yeah.
Please stop talking.
Okay,
Yeah.
talk.
I knew you'd do this. I knew you'd do this. You and my sister are literally, I don't know if it's a Pisces thing, if it's a Gen
It's
Z
not a
thing.
Pisces
You guys
thing.
are so similar. This is so her. Like, you guys
You
make a
said-
blanket statement, and that feeling would have developed 5 minutes ago, okay? And then they will pretend like it is the entire life's mission. And then they'll get upset if anybody
not
is in
upset.
contrast. Like, talk.
I'm not
You
upset.
speak, na?
I'm
You
sassy.
speak.
There's a difference.
You're upset.
If I was upset, I would cry. We know that by now. I start tearing up.
Hacked into my Google account to have access to everything.
Ooh.
And I stayed.
Do you share passwords in relationships?
Yeah, take it.
Yeah, but like the thing is, my phone is accessible, like would be accessible to someone, but don't fucking hack into my account or like check it without asking. Like it's like if you need to order blanket or something, sure, open my phone. But like don't be like reading text. That's very invasive. And a Google account, meaning you can see my YouTube watch history. Gross.
Not gonna say anything.
Please say.
It's fine.
Can we please give a moment of silence for Naina and her outfit today?
My
Ballet core.
Thank you.
You think we missed the ankle warmers? No, we did not. Stunning.
Thank you. Pitted me against my friend's state because the sex was good. So relatable. I mean, you can literally put anything in the first line, and if you stayed because the sex was good, relatable as hell. Like, you know how difficult it is to find a good sexual partner.
But how good could the sex be also?
I don't think sometimes not even about how good the sex is, it's just like how comfortable you are with that person, and that just makes the sex good. Because some
Fair.
people are good at having sex in the technicality, but if you're just not connected to them, then it's like, sitting with a lawnmower.
You could have said a vibrator.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry. The words didn't find me.
Different strokes for different folks. But wait, have you ever asked a partner of yours, like, which one of my friends do you think is the prettiest?
No.
Yeah, because don't play stupid games if you don't want to win stupid prizes.
Yeah. But then one of my partners was like, that girl, our common friend, she's so pretty. And then like whenever we go out, he'd be like, oh my God, you look so amazing.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm like, hello.
I had one guy I was dating, his friend who was married. Every time I would meet him, he would make me do a little like fit check for him, and he'd be like, "Oh my God, you're always styled so well." And then I was like, after the first or second time, I was like, "Yo, your wife is standing right there. Let's be a little less yucky about it." But it's like I can't
There's
get my
nothing.
head behind it.
It's weird.
Yeah. But my fits are so nice.
Let his wife tell you. Why the fuck does he need to tell
Yeah,
you?
unnecessary. I also think he was closeted. So she has
So
bigger
then
problems.
does it make it okay?
No, she has bigger problems.
Yeah, she does.
They're divorced.
Oh fuck. 1 second. I'm throwing you with this, huh?
Okay.
Pressured me to send nudes while my grandma was admitted in the hospital.
What? Why are you throwing me with this?
So it threw me when I read it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What? That's insane. Like, were you in the hospital with her? Were you just going to the bathroom at Kokila Bay and like, what?
Can you imagine being in a hospital bathroom and like hiking your knee up on the counter? Maybe you are the surgical robe, your ass is already on display.
She wasn't in the hospital.
Like, doctor, can you solve the problem?
That's insane. Like, but probably the most sanitized place to put your
That's
ass
true.
up.
That's true.
Yeah.
You always look for the silver lining, Sakshi. You always do. And the silver
Call
lining
me
is
Mr.
her ass crack.
Brightside.
No.
That's insane.
He said he would burn all my clothes because he doesn't like my style on my birthday. What?
That's insane. Clothes pe nahi jane ka.
I don't care if I bought it on Urbanic and it cost like $200. You cannot.
Yeah. But also, I have to say, my most worn tops are from Shein and I still have them and I still cherish them. So, am I sustainable? But I did buy them from Shein.
You are sustainable.
Thank you. That's all that really matters. I don't know what energy Naina has come with, but I think today is going to be a wild ride, to say the least. I just saw the outfits she's hung up in the green room.
Shut
So today is going to be 3 different aesthetics, and depending on the mood of the episode.
Shut up. Oh, okay, last one.
I'll tell you. His sister randomly got jealous because we were in a locked room together and wanted access to the room while we were doing the deed, and he was like, what's the problem if she comes in? Why are you being so possessive?
Like,
And I
with your
still
clothes
stayed.
off.
No, he was like, we'll just scan the sesh. And I still stayed.
Which part of that offended you? That he could just scan the sesh so emotionlessly, or that his sister wanted to come in?
No, why am I in a possessiveness battle with his sister?
Yeah, fair.
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We took a break and we were like discussing with the Moss girls, and Ria was like, which is quite an interesting take to me because I've never thought about it, but guys are friends with girls that they find hot and girls are friends with guys they find ugly. So that is so true because I find all my guy friends quite ugly.
I think what it is, I'm just gonna save my ugos out here, that girls are friends with guys that they think are safe people. Because
No.
everyone knows what happens when a girl puts her guard down. A guy just like invades her boundaries and makes her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I think like I need my boys who keep me safe in like situations.
But I think guys you're friends with are the most like common person to come and tell you that they're actually in love with you. And I think if the guy was hot, girls would be more like, okay, let's date. But like, hot take, but I don't think there's any girl who's ever been surprised when a guy friend tells her he likes her. But we act like we're like, why would you say that? But like, this dude has been picking you up and dropping you from every fucking place.
From your boyfriend's house.
Yeah. Hasn't dated anyone else. Like, you know the type. You know the guy friend that's not in love with you, and you know the guy friend that's in love with you. Like, you're never surprised. You're just like, fuck, don't ruin my. And now to start booking Ubers.
That's the thing. They come and they make themselves so indispensable with your
Yeah.
daily chores that it's like, who will take my OTP now?
Yeah. But then it's like, it's so annoying because why couldn't you just not fall in love with me?
Yeah, I think there have been like through my life such moments when I'm like, why? I'm like staring at the sky. Being
Yeah.
like, why? We had such a good thing going.
But can you tell, like, when this guy is going to confess to you?
Of course.
It's always when they're dropping you home. So you know you're in their fucking vehicle.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, I have something to tell you. And then, like, they know that their pitch is enough to drop you till your house. And then you have to, like, get out and think about it. But at least they have the mercy that you can, like, can them on text after.
What about when they're texting you and then you're looking at them writing, deleting,
That's
writing,
horrible.
deleting, writing, deleting? I just.
Dude, a guy friend of mine was like typing for a really long time, and I was like, fuck.
It's
this
happening.
Is the pits. Like, I really don't want this to happen. He wrote me a fucking rap.
What's his name?
And it had nothing to do with me. It was just like him. He's like, I've written this rap for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, now what? So I just like liked the message and I left it.
You know what you should do? You have to go on YouTube and then you take your favorite rapper's name. So you write like Kendrick type beat, royalty free, and you play it. And then you have to rap the song to the thing. And if it hits, he hits.
No, thank you. But
This is Squid Games. Okay.
The only person being punished is you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Do
Guy
you think
best
you'd make it in
friends.
Squid Games?
You and me?
Yeah.
No.
Like, do you think we'd get past like 1-2 levels?
Yeah. But I can't do the I can't do the coffee thing. Not the
What
coffee thing. The
thing?
the
You're like, I
cookie
can't
thing.
make dalgona coffee.
No, Dad. The game is also called Dalgona.
It's called
bitch.
Dalgona.
I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
But also, I can convince the guard to not kill me.
I don't think that's true.
I think that's my toxic trait. Like, if they just got to know me, they would like
Ari,
me.
just stop, man. I was like, just
Aren't you like
relax.
overreacting?
Yeah.
Like, it's not that serious.
I just moved. She would fucking kill you
Actually,
twice.
you know what? Yeah, now that I think about it a little, with
Yeah.
my luck, I could ace every task and still get murdered. It's like those hijacking movies that you watch. I think I've said this before, but you know that one person who's just like sitting in the corner, but they're making eye contact with like the hijacker when they get shot. That's me, because I'm just like, you see my face and you want to put me in my place, like, and I'm fucking so down bad, but you're like, she can go 2-3 notches more down. So everyone I meet, like, even when I go for passport verification now, I'm the only person. The cop starts fucking going like, nahi milega passport. Like, it's just like, And then every time I tell my dad or someone, he'll be like, it's because you're like wearing too trendy clothes. But like, I was literally last time, I was actually wearing this exact outfit. And he was like, I was like, it's a plain fucking, I'm in a sweatsuit. And he was like, this is not a sweatsuit. Like,
Dude, this is too much of a woman experience. Every time you need to go and get help for any paperwork,
yeah.
you have to wear the most faded kurta pajama that you have.
Yeah.
And you have to like really just remove every part of like independence out of your body and be like, sir.
You have to like tie your hair,
Yeah.
no makeup, chashma. Then your rent is also lower.
Yeah.
Have you noticed
Yeah.
that? But then my thing is like, all of this can happen, but as soon as I open my mouth now, I lose aura points.
with the registration office.
Bhaiya, please. बहुत time से रुक you and they're like up to रुक because that's the only time they have so much power over like otherwise where on Instagram they're gonna see me and do anything, right? Like, but here they can really like make me sit in that fucking office and
Just sit.
yeah, and that's the, you know, I'll break. Like, you don't even have to torture me for information, just make me sit in an office for 5 minutes when I want to go home. I'll divulge all the info.
Okay, if you feel like going home or if you're already at home, this is the end of this episode. Womp womp. And subscribe, follow, and do all the good things that you do. And we shall see you next week. Bye.
Bye.